Oh. Good morning, guys. It's Candy of the Candy and Kev show. Candy's in the car and Kevin's not. That means that Candy's on time and Kevin's late. There you go. He's just joining us, guys. He's just taking the time to join us, you know.
Baby, don't need you even try that. I've been in this car.
Yeah, well,
Candy,
the video shows.
Okay, my phone is in here, Candy.
Kevin.
Candy, come on, don't do
Kevin.
that. Candy, you know I've been in this car.
So, for all of you guys who say, you know, Candy's always the last one in the car, you saw it here, right here on the book.
Believe it or not, they had a bet last night that you were going to be late this morning.
Who?
Because of the function that we did. It was Anna. It was all the ones that join us every day. They
guess
said
what?
you wasn't gonna be here until
I was here first.
Candy, you really gonna lie?
I was on the camera first, Kevin.
You were because
first.
I got out the car to check something. First.
God bless you all. So you know, y'all pray for. So for all of y'all who bet against me, I keep telling y'all always bet on black.
What?
Always bet on black.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. How
you
y'all
ain't
doing?
look. They look at you and look at me. Like I said, always bet on black.
Okay. Hey, whatever. I realize there's different shades of black, and I'm happen to be the lighter persuasion of this culture. So this is that
always bet on black people.
Willie Lynch syndrome over here happening. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Candy and Cat Car Conversation.
So speaking of last night, didn't we have an awesome time?
Yes,
Kevin?
we did. Yes, we did. Shout out to Joy Designs putting on a phenomenal fashion show. It was Fall Fashion 2017.
So it's called The Beautiful.
The Beautiful. Shout out to all the designers. If I start naming them, I might mess up, but I'm going to name the ones that I do know.
So there was Andu Brand.
Yes.
There was, and they specialize in edgy looks and knit looks. There was J. Pratt Boutique.
Yes.
There was Joy Design. She was the finale. Her pieces were awesome.
Yes, they were.
And there was also the youngest fashion designer to present her clothing was 13 years old.
13 years old.
13 years old. I don't remember, but guess what?
I think
you can catch the footage from last night's event on our Facebook page at the Candy and Kev Show. There were so many vendors. So guys, if you were watching last night, one of the vendors was a makeup line. It's called Retro Chic Girl. And they have makeup, they have hair, and they have something else. I don't remember. No, makeup and hair. So, or maybe it's just makeup. I don't know. Anyway, point is,
her name, for the young lady, it was Notch. Her design was called Notch.
Notch, okay. And so, if you recall, yesterday, ladies, they had...
Thank you, Londa.
They had a waterproof makeup that is supposed to be able to last for a maximum on your lips, if you wanted them to, for 3 days. If you would have to use, you have to use, when you purchase the actual lipstick, it comes with the lipstick remover as well, but one application will last you throughout the entire day. I made them...
Bishop Lambert, how are you, sir? Sorry.
I made them test it out, so I had them give me a demonstration first. So they I already had lipstick on. I don't know if you saw me last night, but so I put it on my hand, and then they had water and everything. It wasn't coming off. She had some on her lips, and she used a water bottle to drink her water. Didn't come off. So I am wearing that today. I'm gonna test it out.
Hers was dark, so I would have expected it to
really show up.
Yeah, to really show up, and it didn't. So now, did she create that line, or is it?
Yes, she did.
Wow.
And so today I am wearing Rogue, which is kind of like a nude color with just, it's a nude with just a touch of color for the African American woman, and it's called Rogue.
Let me see.
It's not, just wait, I just put it on.
Yeah.
And so you do, once you put it on, they say give it a little bit of time just to like truly dry, and then it's on for the rest of the day. So by the end of the program, well, not even by the end of the program, maybe even before we get to the bridge, it's gonna be set. I can actually feel it setting now.
Now, real quick, it was another designer that was actually on the runway that wasn't listed, and that was Forbes Design. If anybody saw
Forbes
my
Fashion.
wife, Forbes Fashion, she actually looked stunning last night.
Thank you, baby.
And her, what do you call that? You called it something.
I just called it a Jessica Rabbit dress.
Jessica Rabbit dress. Her
the reason why I call it a Jessica Rabbit.
Can I finish?
I'm sorry.
Can I finish? And her white and floral design, she looked very stunning. So it was great to have eye candy, hint, hint, on my arm last night to represent the red carpet with. So definitely was a great opportunity, man. We were able to connect with people. Shout out, and this is a young lady that we just love working with. Shout out to Danielle Shorter. When I say she is a phenomenal person to work along with, man, she is so she's so down to earth and cool, mad cool. So shout out to her as well. We just had a great time last night.
And also, I forgot to put it on today.
Yes.
So there is our good friend Blake Cole. His mother was one of the vendors. Did not know that she has a product. She makes hand makes brooches.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's why I meant to put it on. She hand makes brooches, guys, and these brooches are made from
magazines. And listen, the detail that's in on these brooches, Candy will wear one
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the detail is on those brooches. One brooch had a watch on it, and I don't know how she does it. It's like a hard. It's just amazing. It takes time and effort for the production of what she does.
And I think her line is called Unreproachable, or
I don't remember.
Unreproachable.
Wait a minute.
But they are so beautiful, and I intentionally wore this today.
We gonna make it.
No, I have to go, and I forgot. I intentionally wore this outfit today so that I could wear the brooch, but I don't care, because guess what? I found out some little tips. You don't have to be all matchy in fall season. Do you see it? No, that's retro girl.
No, I don't see it.
But I'm gonna wear that brooch I actually got two. I'm gonna wear one of them tomorrow. But you can check her out, and we're gonna put all of her information up as well.
So shout out to Miss Cole, wonderful woman. We know her family
beautiful.
Well. Yes, just a down to earth spirit. Just wonderful individual. So it was a pleasure. It was definitely a pleasure and an honor to see her last night at the event and have some time with her. So we enjoyed ourselves. Now this weekend was a pretty busy weekend for Candy and Kev. So listen, we got stuff. We got a special announcement. We don't know what day we're going to give this announcement. We got a special announcement coming this week, y'all. You guys want to stay tuned this week. We will be announcing something very huge for Candy. Well, something a significant. What would you call it? Significant
announcement.
This week, one day this week, Candy and Kev are expanding, and we did it in a major way. So we're excited to have that announcement happening this week. We'll keep you notified on the date that we're going to do it. We'll probably do a special Candy and Kev. No, Candy is not expecting. No, that would be me crying. That would be a totally different experience.
So who's asking was I expecting? First of all, that wouldn't even be a big announcement. That would be Candy went missing for a long time.
That would be Candy and Kev have gotten issues. Candy and Kev ain't done car conversations because they're trying to figure out how they're going to kill these doctors. So why are they going to talk all of a sudden? So we got a major announcement. We look weird today. Like we look like we're like we close up to it. Is it just me? I don't know. I just feel like I'm just like wham. I just feel like I'm right up on the people, but it's all right. We got.
Kev, wear your glasses. Maybe it's that.
Well, it's kind of. Even though I wear them at nighttime too, but I didn't feel like glasses today.
So yeah, we just have a
Yeah, so we got major announcement. Oh, I've got to send that shirt to Candy and Kev. Y'all do it now. We have a major announcement coming this week. So definitely stay tuned for that. Okay, Anna, so we're going to do that, right? So about my Cowboys, We took a L last night. We took a L. We did. But we coming back. It's one game, one loss. Kind of a tough loss. We got our behinds beat. But you know, hey, listen, even the best gets loses sometimes. So let's talk about y'all Eagles. I mean, y'all didn't win neither.
We only lost by 7. You guys lost by a whole game.
A loss is a loss.
Y'all lost by like a whole game.
Losers just losers.
You guys
like,
lost.
Well, we only lost. A loss is a loss for Dallas. I don't care if we lost by 3, we were lost by 2. We lost.
Y'all suck. Is basically.
I mean, Candy. Okay, we will be seeing you guys soon. And the way y'all wasn't like y'all played great yesterday. I mean, y'all played the sucky team. I mean, at least we lost to a replicable team.
A win is a win, and we won.
So anyway, it doesn't matter. A loss is a loss.
But a win is a win, and we won.
Y'all did not win.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
You know why we win? Because
it was by 7. That's you know that's a poor excuse for a team. They figured they won because they only lost by 7. That's really a sucky team. Shout out to you pigeons. Anyway, so on to the next subject. Listen,
Route 705, Sicklerville Road, Tordor Road.
I'm gonna dive into something. And I'm not gonna stay too much on it because I don't know all of the details, but I think it's worth conversation. I'm a big Kevin Hart fan. I'm proud of the accomplishments that he did. I'm proud of how this dude has made himself a household name. He's changed the comedic industry.
How's he changed it though?
He's the only one that's ever sold out. He has records now. Like he has comedy records.
But how did he change it?
Nobody has ever done that.
That has a that sold out an arena. But I don't think. I mean, there was some. I think you're being too like he's awesome, but don't say he's changing the game.
Okay, he's created. Let me finish. He's created a comedy station, a platform called Laughing Out Loud Comedy Station. That's actually a great station. He's done a lot. I mean, for him to only be 38 years old, the highest paid comedian in the world right now, he's done a lot in a short period of time. And he's been very transparent about his life over the course of period of time. And he went on his own social media page and made a statement this weekend that he made he put himself in a bad environment, made some mistakes, and he owes an apology.
He cheated
to his wife and to his children.
He cheated.
But the thing is, I looked at the thing from TMZ. Women were trying to extort this dude. Like this is the thing.
But but if you put yourself in that situation, Kevin,
and
you're that caliber of celebrity, you have to expect something like that. Like, come on,
I'm not making
your celebrity doesn't absolve you or protect you. If anything, it actually puts you out there even more so.
Yeah, and again, I'm not making any excuse for his actions at all. And he was wrong. He shouldn't have done it, but I always wonder when individuals of that caliber get caught out there, where is your camp at? Like, where are the people that are surrounding you?
They was probably with the other girls.
Like, it has to be somebody that says, yo, hold on, dude, because like the girl literally took pictures. Like, she has footage like that. She was video that she was going to release. That was, and she was like, I won't release them if you pay me such and such $. And to the point where he was like, you know what, I'm not doing this. So like, I'll just go ahead and fess up. You're not gonna get me for my money. But it's like, yo, like I think when you get to that caliber or whatever, you have to have people in your corner that, like, we saw it happen with like a gospel artist like Ty Tribbett. Like, where was the cats that was like, yo, you gotta chill, like a little too, like, I believe you should always, and me and my wife talked about that, or I think it was me and my sister talked about having friends that will check you, and be like, no, I'm not gonna let you make this type of mistake, I'm not gonna let you mess up. If you got a chance that they call in, who are some of your friends that...
Did you put the number of them for them to call in?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to say who your friends are, but like, people want to weigh in on what's going on with it. Now, here's the thing. How can I say this?
And again, we're not bad. We're just looking at
the truth is the truth. He even said that he cheated.
He made him. No, he never said he cheated. He said he never said what the allegations was. I mean, you can figure it out, but he never said what the allegation was.
Kevin, okay.
No, I'm just saying, baby.
So,
go ahead,
so he has a history of cheating. It was even told before this latest thing. A couple of weeks ago, the big thing was that his current wife had gone on social media and said how they had been together for the past 9 years. However, Kevin Hart had only been divorced for 7 years. Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, again, all
right. So, but my thing is this, and I said this, I've said this to my husband. When stuff like this happens, you can't be absolutely shocked because, there's a saying, the way that you get a guy is the way that you possibly or most likely will lose him. So if you got the guy because he was cheating on his serious relationship, why are you so special that he won't cheat on you? Kevin Hart was married, and regardless of the state of their relationship, of the state of his marriage, the fact of the matter is, his current wife was the side chick. He married the side chick. Now, why? It always amazes me when a side chick gets cheated on after she becomes the main chick and she's upset. But baby, you were at one time the side chick. Why? I don't understand. The same way that you get a guy is possibly the same way you could lose him.
I mean, I guess that's acceptable. I guess I have to agree. So I do think that a man can change. Well, I don't even want to say man because women cheat as well.
Women cheat as well.
So I believe that whoever the cheater is, if they find a person that they truly love, that they can change. But I think you have to also be conscious of the signs that allows them to keep doing that repetitive behavior. Right.
So what I'm saying is, why be shocked? The thing is, you can't be shocked if again, I do believe that a person can change. Mm-hmm. I do believe that a person can change. However, if
Good morning, Gwendolyn.
The way that you entered your relationship was you were basically the side dude or the side chick, for a long time, how are you then shocked when that person then cheats on you? Like, you can't really be super shocked when you were a proud side chick for 2 years.
And again, I
what makes the side chick who is now the wife feel so insulated that, okay, yeah, he might have been in a serious relationship when I stole him from some other girl, or the guy, or the way the guy might say it for a woman, but I'm super special, and the stuff that I'm endowed with is so super special, it's gonna insulate me from being cheated on by him because I'm super special.
So let me give you a different scenario. So you have individuals that's in a relationship with somebody that they just don't love. They're in a relationship they don't like. They really pretty much are in a relationship that they rushed into, and they're not in love with that individual.
Then break up.
Listen to me, baby. But their high school sweetheart that they really were in love with happens to come around, and then they form a relationship, and within that confound, they begin to have a extramarital affair with the person that they're really in love with until that current relationship that they're in, they separate from. Do you think that it's not possible for that person, because now they're with the one that they truly love, can be in a committed relationship?
This is what I'm going to say to that, is if you know that you're not in love with that person, right? Like there's just no love, and there is an opportunity for you to be with someone that was your high school sweetheart or whatever, then break it off with the person who thinks that you're in love with them.
Okay.
So basically, you're trying to it's almost like the cowardice way, because here's the thing. In that scenario, it's like, okay, you don't want to be by yourself, but you don't know if that high school sweetheart is still at the same place that you guys left it off. So rather than be by yourself, you're going to hold on to the relationship with the person that you know you don't love, just so you don't lose out. Because at the end of the day, you might lose what you really don't want, but you have, and still not get what you want. So rather you play it safe. So that's not fair to the person that you're in the relationship with. Oh, so I'm just a placeholder. You don't really love me. And as soon as that woman says, oh, I love you and I do want to be with you, you're out the door. So that's not fair.
So let's ask this then. How do you keep a relationship committed and cheat free? Do you think it's, in today's society, do you think it's a such thing as being in a relationship? And again, we're just talking in general. Do you think it's a such thing as individuals, especially when you get to a certain caliber? Okay, think about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is probably, again, he's a comedic icon. I mean, he's like, someone was saying he's worth, I think, 80 million or something like that. 32 years old, physically fit.
My thing is this, Kevin. If I know, okay, I'm gonna say it in an intellectual way.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say it in a street instincts way. Okay. Okay. So which way you want me to come first? Because right now the street instincts way is at the, on the tip of my tongue.
Let's keep it.
Like, street instincts way is this. If I know, and I'm going to be honest with you, if I know that you were dating someone, you were married, and I basically stole you from that marriage because I put it on you and I was able to get you. Okay. I'm going to be honest. Now I got you. And so I'm dipping with you for 2 years, and then I finally get you, right? If I was, what's her name? Aniko? I'm going to be honest. And if I know that you can get got, I'm going to have to be with you on the road. Simple as that.
But I mean,
I would have to be with
pregnant.
I would have to be with you on the road because you've already shown me that you can get got. Because
so, do you think that's a healthy relationship?
But listen. Nothing about the foundation of their relationship wasn't healthy. The foundation wasn't healthy. So it was nothing foundationally sound about that relationship because she was a side chick for 2 years and stole the man. So now the other thing is, so it's one thing, how can you be okay with being a side chick for 2 years?
Well, I mean,
so therefore, come on. I mean, now I'm talking street candy. Like, you're a side chick. Like, you know that he is side chick gettable. So therefore, if I am I'm now protecting my investment. I'm protecting my money. I'm protecting my stuff. So therefore, where are we going on the road this month? This and is it healthy? No. But that's the precedent that we have set. And that if that's the precedent we have set, then have at it. Now, you said, is it healthy? Heck no. Because in a healthy relationship, Kevin, you should be able to go on the road and do your thing, make your money, and come home. That will be a healthy relationship. But that's not what they said.
But this is the thing. I think even in a healthy relationship, when you're at a certain status, you should still even have accountability people with you.
Like, I understand that, but sometimes you should have accountability people
like,
with
you.
But sometimes you still should have accountability people. But sometimes, if you know yourself and you know what your flavors are, what your weaknesses are, whatever, and if you are in a position to have your spouse with you, you just need to go on and bring your spouse with you. Because therefore, after the show, when everybody else in the accountability crew is back in their rooms getting it with whoever girl or guy they brought back to the room, you could be in there with your spouse. Because even still, those accountability partners are not going to be with you 24/7. And not to say that your spouse has to, but again, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in relationships where you from the rip jumped off.
Now I hear what you're saying. Like, if she was a side chick and if she ended up getting married to him, then she has to, like, karma is a mug. How they say it, like,
karma
you
is a
get what you know, and like, honestly, like, and I think when you think about it.
No, wait, let's just put it like this. Since we're gonna be 3,000% transparent, or because we're that couple, right?
Yeah.
So, unbeknownst to me, the first date I went on with Kevin had a girlfriend. I did not know.
Yeah, you did.
I had no idea. The very first date that Kevin went on with me, Kevin had a girlfriend. After we went on a date and Kevin was like, oh, he wanted to be with me, he broke it off with her.
Yeah, so that's where the complexity for me comes in, and I'll explain to you what I mean. All right, so Kevin Hart explains that when he started dating Anika, well, no, I believe from what his wife was saying, they were actually in a committed relationship when he got caught with her, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a little bit different.
Yes.
I'm talking about the relationships where, like, you kind of breaking, like, y'all really not feeling each other. Y'all kind of get ready. You know it's inevitable. Y'all getting ready to divorce or separated. You kind of like, you almost sleeping in separate beds. Are you supposed to remain faithful?
So it's, well, you know, you have your boy on here. So he's saying lie. So I need to know what part is the lie.
Okay, Ted, because Ted would be.
I don't know if he wants to call.
Yeah, I don't know if he might not be able to do that because, you know.
But
and I don't want to necessarily put him.
Wait, are you lying that Kevin didn't break up? So you didn't break up with her?
Yeah, I did break up with her.
Wait, is he lying? Oh, wait, is this Kevin lying, Teddy?
I did break up with her.
How long was it after that you broke up?
So what happened was, I was already not feeling the chick because, you know, I had graduated. She was still in high school. I wasn't really, you know, it kind of, and I had already smashed it enough that I was kind of like, I was ready to move on. Like, I was that kind of dude. I was ignorant. Like, you know, that's how I knew I was in love with Candy, because after I had sex with her, like, I was still interested. And like, typically, if I had enough sex with you, it was just like, okay, this is getting old now. I don't see what I saw in you prior to this nut. That's basically what my mindset was. As ignorant as that might sound.
Hold on, take this off.
What are you
take this off.
To show him, baby.
Take that off.
What are you doing?
I got take that off.
What?
Take that off.
What are you doing? We got the air on.
Y'all finished? Go ahead. What happened? So, go ahead.
Like I said, so what happened was I had cut her off. Like, once I met you.
How long was it?
Like, I cut it off. Like she kept blowing my phone up. And
how long was it?
Candy, can you let me finish?
Okay.
Remember, I had a teenage line.
Okay, all right.
So because she kept blowing my phone up, it was one way line. So I had to tell her, you know what, I'm seeing somebody else. So it was in the mix before we even became boyfriend, before we had sex.
So how long was it after our first date?
I don't know, probably 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, I wasn't like.
Well, after our first date, we didn't start dating until a month.
Yeah,
we didn't start being boyfriend and girlfriend until like a month and a half later. So, did you break it off with her before you made it solid with me?
That's right, Teddy. You spoke a word right there. He said Kevin won. How many people went over their crush? You see, Teddy knew I was digging you. I told Teddy, Teddy is one of my best friends.
Let's not change the subject. Listen, I just need some clarification at this point, because the way I understood the story was, wait, Kevin.
No,
focus, baby. Focus.
Listen. He is telling you. Listen to what the man is saying.
Teddy, can you call in? I'm gonna need you to wait.
Hold on, Candy. Let me read what he's saying.
No, I need Teddy to call in. Teddy,
if you see that number,
856-295-2339.
So Teddy, now let me explain to you who Teddy is to us. Teddy actually was the reason that me and Candy are together. Teddy is the actual reason. What happened was me and Teddy have been best friends for years. A lot of people don't know that, man. That's my ride or die. That's my ace. And we used to like double date all the time. Like, so it was a night I had knew Candy, and Ted knew that I was digging her, and it was a night that we was going out with these girls from Willenboro. I didn't know the other chick because it was a blind date, and she ended up not being able to go. So so what happened was Ted had the girl that he was going out with, and then I was like, well, listen, he was like, Ted, the other chick couldn't go, she had something happen at home or whatever. So I was like, yo, I said, let me get a girl, let me get Candy a call, you know, see what she doing tonight. So I called her up. I said, listen, me and Teddy, you know, we're ready to go out to dinner, grab a movie or something, would you like to go? And you know, it's been history from there. Like, so I mean, that's the truth. I mean, and I can tell you the rest of the story, the rest of the date is hilarious.
We're not talking about the rest of that date right now.
I was not messing around with you and the other girl at the same time.
Baby, listen to me. Listen to what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So you were dating. You were in a relationship with a girl. You were some girl's boyfriend.
In her mind, I had mentally checked out on her a few nuts ago.
So in her mind, y'all were dating.
Yes.
Okay. So regardless, in her mind, y'all were dating. Now, so when it came time for you and Teddy to go out on a double date that night, why didn't you take your girlfriend?
I had checked out on her, Candy. I wasn't even interested in her no more. I could tell you. He said he pooping and getting dressed. I can't call it right now. He said he pooping and getting dressed. He got to get to work. So I wasn't really digging her no more. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. I hadn't yet. Let me tell you. And
Kevin, stop blowing your nose and talking.
I don't want this to come out, man. Wait a minute.
So anyway.
Let me say this. One of my sons has this problem. And I know where he gets it from, honestly. I never wanted to ever hurt a female. So if I knew she was into me more than I was into her, I would stay in a relationship longer than I really wanted to because I didn't want to hurt her. So even though I had mentally checked out on her and wasn't interested, I stayed making her think that we was boyfriend and girlfriend while I was still doing me because I didn't want to hurt her. When I finally broke it off with her, it broke her heart. It broke her heart. I mean, thank God we didn't have Facebook and all that stuff then, because this girl would have probably stalked the crap. She would have probably been looking. Like, it was times where we would be together and I would see her and I would leave where we were because I didn't know how she was going to respond.
You would see her when I was with you?
Yes.
Oh.
And we would leave. I would tell you.
Maybe we should call her. Maybe we should talk to her and see how it feels.
What do you mean?
To see how it feels.
I'm not in contact with her no more.
To be cheated on.
She didn't know I cheated on her. I just told her, you know, I wasn't.
So, but then she saw me with you. You don't think she put two and two
together? I
together?
broke out before she could see us.
You don't think women are smarter than you give them credit for, Kevin?
Well, I'm just saying.
Women are hecka smarter than guys give us credit for it. That's all. I'm gonna say that. But getting back to the situation at hand, the point is, even if you were in a relationship that you didn't want to be in,
okay,
you didn't string her along or stay in that relationship. I don't know. At the end of the day, so listen,
I wasn't having sex with her then. I wasn't. It wasn't like I was calling her every day. It was just like she. Yo, Teddy, don't play like that, man.
Oh, you have her number? All right, bro.
Yo, the crazy thing is, I think she graduated with Melissa. That's why.
Oh, all right, bro. I'm gonna call you later, Ted. I'm gonna text you.
Ted wouldn't do that to me. So again, it's all about trying to.
Yeah, I want it, Teddy.
It's all about trying to keep a non-cheat relationship. How do you keep your spouse?
No. Because first of all,
how do you keep yourself?
I was about to say this because you can't keep your spouse from cheating. So your spouse makes that choice of him or her own.
So, fellas, how to keep yourself?
Because here's the thing. Because hold on. Here's the thing. That's where people mess up from the cut, thinking, "Oh, I can keep my man from cheating." Guess what? You can have the best shot out there. I mean, are we talking, I just need to see by a show of hearts before I go there. By a show of hearts, are we having grown people's talk today, or is this romper room? If this is grown people talk,
that's me putting
give
up
me
hearts,
some hearts.
That's
Wait,
me
hold
putting up
on.
hearts.
Stop putting up hearts, Kevin. If we're having grown folks conversation, I need to see hearts for about where I'm about to go. Because I'm about to just say something really real. Okay. So y'all just gave me permission. Chicks, ladies, you can have the best shot out there, perform the best oral feats out there.
Oral make you stay home. Let me tell you that good old make you stay. Good old communication. Make you stay. Make you stay faithful.
We're talking real talk today on the book. You can have the best shot. You can be best at oral fixations. But if your man wants to cheat, you can't. Your shot is not going to keep him from cheating. Your oral fixations are not going to keep him from cheating. Men, you can be long dong king along. You can be mandingo mania out this piece, and all that long dongiousness and mandingo-ness is not gonna keep your woman from cheating if she wants to cheat. So if a person has it in their heart to cheat, it has to be, they have to work at it. Okay. I can't say, oh, if I cook Kevin this dope meal, he's gonna stay home and not cheat. I can't say, oh, if I drop to my knees, I'm gonna keep him from cheating. And y'all know what I mean by saying
good prayer life will help. Well, good prayer life. Drop it to your knees, good prayer life will help. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, a good prayer life and dropping to your knees to pray, that's about it. But dropping to your knees to do anything else other than pray is not gonna keep your man from cheating. Right, guess what, man? You throwing her back on the bed and dining so sumptuously is not gonna keep her from cheating if she wants to cheat.
So let me say this. A lot of times individuals or couples might think, or individuals think, that cheating just boils down to the actual act of sex. And a lot of times women think that men end up in a different relationship or with a side chick because she like, I gave it to him like he wanted to, I did this like he wanted to, I did that. And sometimes it's those things that that we don't pay attention to. Like, for instance, sometimes it's the emotional attachment. Sometimes it's that person that might encourage that individual, and before you know it, they become a soul tie with that individual. And then the other aspect of it is the intimate part.
But it's so crazy to me because people who I know are intelligent people, or people who, like in 2017 with all this, technology and information, they are really still stuck at, can I say it? Because I feel like, baby, can you release me to say it like I want to say it?
I say whatever I feel.
I give good head, so my man ain't going nowhere. Baby, you are missing it. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if that's your claim to fame, it's a whole bunch of straight hoes out here that can take your man.
I was watching the show. Oh my God.
You have to, it's not just about your sexual prowess. It's not just about your looks. Another thing is, I don't care how beautiful you are, there is another woman out there that, hold on, baby. Yeah, we're going to share the platform in a second. But why you have to whisper? But you was like, we can share the platform. But
can I say something?
I'm just saying, look at what, there are so many men out there who would have, like, literally shaved their head bald to be in a relationship with Beyonce. Jay had her, still stepped out.
So, but this is the thing. What I'm saying is this: like, a lot of times, like, I've heard women say they might have stepped out because they didn't feel secure. Like, the man didn't make them feel secure. And when I say secure, like, for instance, like, this is the thing: you have to find out what your it for the person you're in a relationship is. If you don't find out what their it is, that it will be scratched by someone else. You have to find out what that it that makes, and sometimes it's not just sex. For men, a lot of women always think it's just the sexual aspect. You look at what was his name? Eric Benet. Like the songs, he had the baddest woman in the world.
No, it was not Eric Benet's song. Oh,
no,
you
know.
Okay.
Eric Benet had the baddest. He had Halle Berry. But he cheated on Halle Berry. Come to find out, he had a sex problem where no matter
they
who
weren't
was
sexually compatible.
Yeah, no matter who he was in, she wasn't sexually compatible for him. Even though she, they had sex, she didn't appeal to his whole appetite. But you have some individuals that a woman will appeal to all of that for him, but she might not be where he needs that emotional. He needs to be almost pampered like a mother, where she doesn't give that. No, and what I'm saying, like, he needs that, I have a friend that his wife has to make
intimacy.
his plate. It's a lot of different things that his wife has to do because she knows what his it is. She knows, okay, he's not gonna make his own plate, so let me take care of him, because she understands what his it is.
But
now, if she didn't do that and someone else was to begin to make that man's plate, guess what?
But
his
you know
it
what?
is going to eventually be scratched by somebody else.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Let's not just make it that shallow, because.
Okay. I'm just using.
Okay, because we can't just make it that shallow, because if I can lose you because I didn't make your plate, the foundation of our relationship is cracked.
No,
but let me say
that just begins to open up holes for individuals to have.
If a hole can be open because I don't make your plate at dinner, there are deeper issues. Listen to what I'm saying. If a door is open for you to cheat because I don't practice making your plate at dinner, there are deeper issues. I'm going to stand by that. Okay. But let me say this. There was another person. My husband and I when we were coming from an event, the event that we did last night, we were listening to Soul Sessions on, or a live session, whatever it's called, on Hart and Soul on the radio. And it was Brian McKnight. And so, as you know, Brian McKnight recently got remarried. And Brian, now I said he recently got remarried. Brian McKnight said in the interview last night that at the age of 48, he can say that he finally is in love.
Okay.
Finally is in love. He said, he had been writing about, he's older than 48, or maybe whatever age he is, but he said he had been writing love songs since he was 14, but had never truly been in love until now. Crazy thing is, he was previously married, but he said he realizes he wasn't in love until now. So that's the thing. So the question is, what do you do when you realize you're in a marriage for years and you're just not in love with who you're married to? Do you stay because you don't want to hurt their feelings?
I believe that, and it boils down to a lot of different things. Like, if you're in a marriage, it's harder just to get up and leave than if you're just dating an individual.
True.
When you're in a marriage, because if you have kids involved, you have a particular lifestyle. It's just hard. You have to consider.
When is enough enough?
I believe that you have to have a serious conversation with that individual and be completely honest.
Counseling may be needed.
That's a good
prayer. All those things. But even after all that is said and done,
me and my wife, we've been together for 23 years, and it was a time where we fell out of love with each other, and we wanted to be by ourselves. We didn't want to be together. But we were able to overcome that. And again, it came by, some things came by counseling, some things came by prayer, and some things came by us just saying, let's work together at this. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not willing to work with your spouse to say, yo, we're not going to allow this to come in our marriage, we're not going to allow this, we're going to fight for what we believe in. And we believed in marriage and staying together and being committed in our relationship. But it was a time where I can tell you honestly, and my wife will co-sign on it, we literally, in a sense, hated each other.
So I want to say, I will never forget. So we had, and it's so funny because as we're talking, yes, we've been in each other's lives for 25 years.
Yes.
We've been married for 23 years. Well, actually, we grew up together in church, but as far as like, you know, young adults dating or whatever, we've been in each other's lives for 25 years. We've been married for 23 years. And I remember, and when I say this, it's not that, to put it in perspective, it's not that it was that far long ago, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
You'll be very surprised to know that it was not that very long ago that Kevin and I honestly were to the point where, like, okay, like, do we divorce at this point?
Yeah.
And we had this conversation, and it hurt me to say this, but I had to be honest with Kevin, and Kevin had to be honest with me. I remember saying these words to my husband: because we have been in each other's lives so long, I love you. I will always love you, but I'm not in love with you. Mm-hmm. I love you like a family, a familial love. I love you like, because just like you love your brother, you love your sister, you love your mom, you love your cousin, because they're a part of you. So yeah, you're a part of me because we have had children together. We've been in each other's lives for all of our adult lives, but I don't romantically love you.
Yeah. And it was we got to that place where, like I said, we weren't in love with each other. Like, it was not we
were comfortable with each other.
We can coexist. We can, you know, hey Kenny, how you doing? Hey, but it was not like a intimate love. It was just like, if we had sex, it was just sex. It was just like, let me get mine off, you get. Look, at the time, we were so like, it was like whoever got theirs off first was the lucky one. Like, because it was like, I don't care if you get yours off or not, because, you know, we weren't at that place. But it took an effort for us to say, all right, we're not leaving each other at this point. We considered that option. So what do we do now? And
but the truth of the matter is, though, Kevin, the truth of the matter, sad to say, but it's true. Some couples will go through all that and then still realize, yeah, we're just not meant to be together.
Yeah, and what? Okay, so when you get to that point, when do you make, like, again, like, you can say you're not there, because at the time we were there, we could have easily walked away.
But the difference, well, in our situation, we realized it took us years to actually verbalize. I mean, it took us about a good 5 or 6 years to verbalize that we were, to one another, that we were no longer in love.
Yeah.
So it was a process. It wasn't just like a 1 year process. It was a very long process. And then it took another number of years for us to get to the point where, so we already realized that we were no longer in love. We loved one another, but it was, again, like a familiar love, like a, you know, like a cousin. Like, if he was in a car accident, I'm gonna go see him in the hospital, but do I want to have sex with him? Maybe not.
And if we did, like I said, it was just like, okay, whoever get theirs first, hey.
But the thing is, we had gone a long time, and at first we said, okay, well, let's just not just be miserable. You deserve to be fully in love with someone. I deserve to be fully in love with someone if I so choose. But how about this? Let's just, maybe we don't need to be together. So we went to counseling. And good morning.
Good morning. All right, yourself?
Yeah, how about you? Baby, you knew it was coming up. Why you act like it was a surprise?
I was talking.
Thank you. All right. We went to counseling. The counselor went to counseling. The therapist was in therapy, because I realized that therapy does really work. And we are a testimony to therapy really working, because we needed another voice in the mix. Because for so many years it was our two voices. We needed another voice in the mix.
And it's important. It's very important who you go to. It makes a heck of a difference of who you go to. Because the individual we went to, it took him one or two sessions.
It took him. No, we went two times, 2 or 3 times.
2 times, and we were supposed to go for a whole year. It took him 2 times to sit with us, for us to go. Where we left, and I remember the very last session. We were sitting in the car and we laughed, and we actually started to have a conversation.
Did we laugh? I don't know if we laughed.
No, it was like we started to talk.
But yeah, I don't think we laughed.
No, when I say laugh, it was just like not like a I remember like it was yesterday. It was like we started to have a conversation.
So we just came out, was like, ah!
No, it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like that. It was like we started to have dialogue with each other, where it was like like we had a good conversation. And for years we were fussing.
And so, but the truth of the matter is, it took us a long time to get to the place where we actually wanted to work to save the marriage.
Yes.
Now, if we had put in the work and realized that we were still in the same place, because at the end of the day, everything is not going to turn out and they lived happily ever after.
Yeah, that's not for everybody.
Maybe they lived happily ever after with other people. And I'm going to be honest, that's not always a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, we decided to put in the work, and it worked.
Yeah, it definitely worked. And again, it took both of us. Listen to what I'm saying. It took both of us to put in the work. If one of you are willing to put in the work and the other one isn't, it's not going to work. I'm just telling you now. It's just you're almost, in a sense, kind of wasting your energy, and you're setting yourself up for your heart to be broken.
And because there were some times where I was ready to work, but Kevin wasn't in the space to work. And then by the time Kevin was ready to work on it, I was over it. I was like, no, I'm not ready to work. And so actually, when we entered that counseling stage, it was because Kevin was ready to work, guys, but I was over the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin was like, I don't want to lose you. And I was like, I'm not really sure that I'm even still here.
Yeah. Beyond
physically being here, I don't even know. But I said to him, just so I can say I tried, I'll do this counseling thing with you. But I'm going to be honest, where I am right now, I don't know. I can't promise that I'm going to come out feeling any different.
And one of the, and I wasn't going to say it, but I want to give shout out to where shout out is due. Like, I have to give credit to Bishop Evans, because he was one that sat down with us. It's funny because it was a time we came to church and we put on a facade. If you saw us, you would have thought everything was okay. We were new there, and he approached us, and he approached me first. He said, listen, he said, I want to talk to you and your wife. Is everything okay? And I was like, yeah, everything's fine, Bishop.
No. I'm going to tell you. No, it wasn't even like that.
Uh-huh.
This is how it really happened.
Okay.
I will never forget, in the middle of service, Bishop was preaching in the middle of service. And you know how people will go up and they'll plant a seed while on the altar,
mm-hmm.
while Bishop is preaching or whatever. And I'll never forget, it was a Women's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And he was preaching or whatever, and he was speaking to the women, and he was saying, now is the time to plant your seed, because the women were given an offering.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up, and it just so happens that because of where I was sitting, I went up and I was in very close proximity to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabbed my hand. He was like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I just looked at him, because Candy's gonna be Candy, and I was like, I just looked at him. He's like, we're gonna talk. And I was just like, and I didn't even know him like that.
Shan gonna say, I'm good, ain't I? Shut up, Shan.
I just looked at him, and I just looked at him like, he's like, we're gonna talk. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Because at that point, nobody was going to keep me with Kevin.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know, okay, OJ, whatever. And then that's when Bishop went and talked to you.
Oh,
because
okay.
Bishop
I didn't know he came to you first. I thought he came to me first. Okay.
He knew.
Good.
I gave Bishop the look, that wifely look, like.
Yeah, so he came to me. He like, yo, Kev, everything cool? And I like, yeah. Because, you know, I mean,
He must not have known.
I was like, so I thought, you know, I didn't know he had saw it. So, okay. But again, it took two counseling sessions with him. So I definitely, it was a product. And again, if we hadn't went to, and we tried other people, and it seemed like it made situations worse.
But getting back to the original thing.
What was the other thing there?
Sometimes you can go through all that. You can go through counseling. You can go through everything, and then you still find that
it doesn't work. It
just
doesn't work. And that's when you have to make a decision to say. And this is the thing. One of the things that me and Candy joke about this now. One of the things that we realize is because we both have a level of pettiness to us. We would have made it hard for us to just move on with somebody else. It just wouldn't have been an easy transition where you're happy with your person, I'm happy with my person. Because of a little bit of pettiness, I would have
been having lunch with her.
Yeah. What?
I would have been having lunch with your new wife.
No, you wouldn't have.
We would have been shopping together. We would have been doing family vacations.
No, Candy, we were
couples trips.
And then you would have been trying to get some on the side. That's all that would have been.
He was mine first.
See? So we understand the level of pettiness that we have. It wouldn't work. So listen.
I'd have walked up to it. I'd have been like, yo, you know what he likes? Try this on him.
See? And then I'd have had to hear, yo, Candy said, I'd
have been like, yo, if you want to make his toes curl, do this. I promise you.
Yeah, whatever. And I'd have been still sending pics. I almost said the word. But yeah, so this is the thing. So to answer the question, can you have a cheat-free relationship? It is very well possible.
But it has the onus, the responsibility is on the two individuals.
So I have to make a commitment to my wife that says, you know what? And I shared with my wife the other day. I said, one of the things that make me say, I don't want to go out here and do wrong is because I don't want to put myself in a position to lose her. I value her so much that, yes, do I look at other women? I absolutely do. I wouldn't be human if I would, and I wouldn't be honest with her if I said I didn't look. But
I mean, sometimes you look at me, you be like, Candy, look at her.
Yeah, exactly. And I know if she looks at other men, but
I don't look at other men.
Okay, see, now why you gonna lie, Candy? So, I mean, I know if a dude walk past and he look like Tyson Beckford and he ain't got no shirt on, Candy gonna be like, I mean, I get it. I mean, but our foundation is so secure at home that I know that, you know what? She knows she doesn't want to lose this because I know, I don't know, I can't speak for you. I know for me, I don't want to lose the queen that I have. So I don't want to put myself ever in a position where I jeopardize our relationship. So I'll look at the situation and be like, now, is this really worth it? Now, And Candy knows this. If Nicole Murphy is loaded, I can take care of her and her. That'll be a come up for both of us. I mean, she'll be the sharpest.
Side chick.
No, you wouldn't even be a side chick, baby. You still be my main.
No, Nicole could be the main.
Okay.
I live in the house next door, adjoining the house.
Yes, and it will be fabulous.
Send me my stipend.
It would be fabulous.
You're going to have to use a condom with me though, because I don't know who she slept. She done slept with Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy done slept with men. So just use a condom with me.
You can't say that about it. We don't know that, Candy.
He got caught with a. Yes, he did.
We don't.
It was in the news.
Candy, there you go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Eddie Murphy. I don't believe that you did.
I don't know if you slept with men or not.
I just pray that you didn't, brother.
But anyway,
I hope that wasn't raw.
The point of the matter is, since she gonna be your main, just use condoms with me.
You know. But again, so and that's what keeps me to the place where it's like, you know what, and again, some things happen with maturity, and
because we're definitely, and I want to say this, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, baby. I can kiss you because the lipstick didn't come off, but we have matured to this place.
Yeah.
We in 23 years, we're not the perfect couple.
No.
I'm telling you.
Getting married at 19 is challenging. Let me just say that.
Not the perfect. But today, in 2017, we have matured to this place. I will put it like this. The woman who could steal Kevin from me would be a bad motorcycle.
Yeah.
The man who could steal me from Kevin would be a bad motorcycle because of the place where we're at.
Yeah, and it would have to definitely be like.
And honestly, at this point, if Kevin did find himself with somebody else, then I would know that, yo, he really is over me. And if I'm with somebody else, Kevin had to, she's really over me.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Because of the place that I know that we are now.
And let me explain to you. If you're not at that place yet, let me explain something to you. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. It took time. It took work. It took effort. It took sacrifices from each one of us to, you know, say, like I had to, like, and again, I had to adjust my ways. Sometimes I look for her to adjust who she was, and I realized, wait a minute, let me adjust who I am to accommodate certain things. So sometimes it takes adjustments. It takes work. It's not something that's done overnight. I mean,
and it's crazy because I remember sitting at home when me and Kevin were in a really bad place.
Okay, Jamie, I'm a lot petty. Shut up.
I remember sitting at home when Kevin and I were in a really, really bad place, saying and knowing that he was in the entertainment industry, on the management part of the entertainment industry, and he was traveling with a lot of musicians and singers and things like that, and I know he was around a lot of hoes,
and my pockets was long back then too.
I know he was around a lot of hoes, and Kevin was the one who basically at that time bought me anything I wanted and whatever he thought I wanted when he would be out to all times of night, and I would be sitting home like, okay, I'm literally sitting here losing my husband. It wasn't, and it's crazy because even at that point, even though I was young, I knew it wasn't me. Like, it was the state of our relationship, but I knew it wasn't anything that I could do at that point to keep him. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I knew it was the state of our marriage was just so jacked up. But I knew that if he was going to stay, it was going to have to be him. Me nagging him, me sitting there crying, me sitting on the steps when he walked in the door dramatically like, come up. That wasn't going to help me to win my husband back.
And can I interject for a second? I think that it was more so, and I'll explain to you why I'm saying it. I think it was an it there that wasn't being scratched, because I thought my it for you were just buying you stuff. And I realized, okay, this will allow her to stay with me even through this craziness that I'm going through right now, trying to build build an empire. So I thought at the time. So my thing was, if I shower her with different gifts, then that would satisfy your it. When I realized that wasn't your it.
And then it was so funny because the other thing was, and this was so funny because this was one part of the council system. The other thing, the it for me was not sex.
Yeah.
The it for me was not sex, because I was the one I told Kevin, I'm like, you can't be absent in my life, come with diamonds and furs and want to have sex and think it's going to be good. Like, for some women, that's fine. We owned our first home at the age of 20. I was 23 when we owned our first home.
And I was 21.
Kevin was 21. I was 23 when we owned our first home. Yeah. 4-bedroom
brand new built home. 23 when we owned our first home. Didn't have any co-signers. It was just me and Kevin. And Kevin bought me whatever, and we were very sexually compatible, but when we lost our communication, diamonds, furs,
homes, cars, jewelry, none of that mattered to me anymore. None of it mattered to me anymore because we were no longer connecting.
Yeah, and the crazy thing was when I realized that the buying her stuff wasn't her it, I had to figure out what it was. And like at one time, you would have thought sex was my it, or or no, her nagging or whatever wasn't going to do it for me. At the time, and it's crazy, and I don't think I ever shared this with her. If she just had said, "I appreciate everything you're doing, and I just want to spend time with you," just that simple. I probably just hearing her say that, because again, we were young, so we had levels of pettiness that we didn't realize at the time because we were so young that we never really, like, I think if I had heard her just say that.
But how did I say it?
Huh?
How did I say it? Because I like when you mimic me. How did I say it?
You used to be like, look, oh, you don't want to come home at night? You don't want to be here with me? Huh? You don't want to be here? And then you want to come home and try to fill up on me? You ain't getting none.
Oh, I was doing this. You sure? I still had my Philly going. So you sure I wasn't doing
No, you
this?
wasn't. Well, you might have been clapping then. You might have been
Like
clapping
what?
then.
Oh, you think you just gonna come home 3 o'clock in the morning and we gonna do it? Nigga, I don't know where you been.
Yeah, I don't know. And you
Really?
probably
And you
messing
out there
one
with
of
these hoes?
And at the time, I was just like, are you serious?
And I was a little off the chain because I remember when Kevin used to like have gigs or whatever, he'd be like, well, why? Since you always think I'm around hoes, why don't you make your face seen? And I'd be like, cause them hoes ain't even worth being in my presence.
Yo,
That's
and
why. And then the one time.
Oh Lord, what did I do that for, man? They came and spoke to me and gave me a hug, and from what I understand, rolled their eyes at her. Oh.
Your girl was ready. I'm just trying to tell y'all. I'm silly and nice and everything, and at that point, it wasn't about me being jealous.
I ain't see all these.
It wasn't about me being jealous. It was about.
They said I'm gonna mess around and lose you to the Easy Pass dude. I mean, to the toll guy.
You might be. Yeah, because that's a hookup.
Oh, listen, we got a call coming in.
Wait, but we got to see who is on the call before we let them on the call.
Let's take a look. Welcome to the Candy Car Conversation. Who's calling there? Oh, Bishop!
See in my mouth.
Yes, sir.
Lord, thanks.
Bless you, Bishop. Heard. How are you, man? Listen, everybody.
I'm wonderful.
Hold on, Teddy.
This is my best friend right here, y'all.
You better tell your boy, Kevin about to lose me to the Easy Pass, man, because Kevin won't get no Easy Pass.
Listen. This is the brother that put the reason why me and Candy are married today. What's up?
I don't know that he's the reason why.
No, he the reason why we connected.
How? Teddy, how are you the reason why?
Ted, will you tell her how you used to always be hitting at her?
Hey, first let me say that I just looked up the word Kevin in the biblical terms, in the Hebrew definition for Kevin. This is all my Kevin friends. All my friends named Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Okay? The Hebrew definition for Kevin means he who loves the church, loves his wife like Christ loved the church.
Thank you.
And would never, as his days are long upon the earth, would ever cheat upon his wife. Amen?
Amen. And that's the bishop talking now. That is the bishop talk. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that word, man. I'm gonna sow into your ministry. I am going to sow.
Now.
Yes, sir, man.
I
feel a shot in my spirit right now, brother.
Really, Kevin?
Yes, sir. And that's to all of his Kevin friends. All the Kevin with an H.
That's all my Kevin friends.
All the Kevin.
Before I call.
Yes,
Anyway.
What's up, dude?
So we've been talking today about marriages, and I know you've seen the social media was everything going on and being said. What do you have to what do you want to say? We only have a little bit of time, so we're going to let you say whatever it is you want to say.
I just want to say that, first of all, yes, marriage, he who finds his wife in favor with God. I'm happy to be married. First giving honor to my wife.
Yes, sir.
Alyssa Furter. I always got to do that. Love her to death. That marriage definitely is a wonderful one. There's nothing out here, first of all, to be right around here with the foolishness. Love your wife. Take care of your home. And I like to say in reference to that whole thing that I was commenting on earlier, that, yes, that we could go back years to convocations before y'all even held hands, before Kevin even spoke to you. Kevin was always saying, man, Candy this, Candy that, look at Candy. I can almost even, Candy, remember a picture you had these black and white salt and pepper, them like salt and pepper pants on or whatever, standing with your old Bevel girls, and Kevin used to cherish this picture, like, man, look at her, look at her. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Kevin won. You know what I mean? He's a winner today.
Sir.
How many people can seek after someone that long and actually get her, and then now spend all of these years? So you asked how fast after y'all went out on that date? Immediately. I remember, because you know we had to come back to Philly when we was in Philly with you. We came to Jersey, did all those things. You know, me and Campbell was picked back on.
But Teddy,
like I'm telling you.
But Teddy,
I'm telling you, man. Like that's the one. Like,
but Teddy,
like yeah.
He was dating a girl when he took me out on our first date.
She was on their placeholder.
But I'm telling you, saying how soon after, I'm saying immediately. Like it was done. The boy was like so in awe that the date went so well, even in spite of what we had to do. But the date had went so well, and that showed that you was a rider.
Yes.
You don't follow instructions. You don't follow instructions that good. Like you was a rider.
Oh God.
You was a rider just to be down with what we had to do. Like people do what?
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for calling in, I guess.
Yo, this is my dude, man. Listen, bro.
So I guess I can give you some props to bringing me and Kevin together, even though he was dating somebody at the time.
She was just a placeholder until I met you. Until I got what I wanted. That's all she was.
That's all.
All right, well, thanks for calling in, bro.
All right, man.
You.
Love you, dude.
Love y'all.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, y'all. I just making it to the office, man. Y'all have a great day. Listen, if you got a side chick, man, check her throat. Make sure she a woman at least. You don't want to get caught out there and mess around and have an Eddie Murphy situation.
You mean Kevin Hart situation?
No. Kevin
Eddie Murphy?
Oh, Lord. Kevin ain't do that. No, he didn't. Kevin did not do that. So, listen, we appreciate y'all. Go ahead and like, share.
But, Kevin, Jamie and Shannon, right?
What's that?
If you don't get an easy pass, I might have to...
Hey, listen, if I can lose you to him, then hey, maybe he got good benefits. My dad still got his benefits from the Port Authority.
Maybe
That's
you
okay.
get an easy pass from your dad.
No, my dad don't. He don't do that no more. So listen, y'all, we love y'all. Have a great day. May have a smile upon you as I pray. Watch this. I can kiss her and this lipstick don't come off. Nut. Look at that. Nut. All right, y'all. Have a blessed day. Have a great one. We love y'all. Don't forget, special announcement this week. Special announcement this week. We will let y'all know, but y'all stay tuned because we got a big announcement coming this week to you.